So this week it's not actually album review, it's mixtape review once again. We're doing a classic though from our childhood, at least my childhood. We're doing Mac Miller's Kids. So Jake, do you have any context to give behind this mixtape?
Came out in 2010.
Well, yeah.
It is not his first mixtape.
Yeah.
Although this is the first thing you can find on Spotify.
Yeah.
For Mac Miller.
Really?
This is definitely one of the oldest things that's on there.
This is his third or fourth mixtape.
I think it's his fourth
in a row. Yeah, I think this is his fourth mixtape. This album is one that I've already reviewed as well.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to talk about it again because I wanted to talk about Mac Miller musically since the first time I reviewed him on my Artist of the Week.
So
we'll be clipping clips in as usual.
Mac Miller, he's from Pittsburgh, grew up in Pittsburgh, and when this album released, he just graduated high school.
Yeah.
Straight out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he became huge. Well, this album pretty much put a name out there for him, and then he just went from there. And then, a couple years later after this album, Knock Knock on this album, became huge in Philly and Philly fans because they did Flyers 24/7 leading up to the Winter Classic in 2013, and this was their victory song they played in the locker room, and that blew up pretty much in Philly.
What about Kids? Or not Kids?
No, Kids is the Kids is the album.
The song, the Spins.
The Spins,
that's just sort of the big hit.
That's the big hit. But Knock Knock pretty much became big in Philly and put him in even bigger in Philly. So he just basically blew up and became a PA legend.
We're getting this from...
And also, rest in peace to him.
Yeah, he's passed.
He's
very,
gone.
very sadly.
Fuck you, Ariana Grande.
That's
not her fault.
Yeah,
I love to say it is, but it wasn't.
I'm still saying it. Fuck you.
Yeah. So, what were you gonna say, Zach, before we start?
We're kind of getting this from a couple different perspectives. Luke, have you listened to anything from Mac Miller before?
I've heard the Spins here a bunch of times.
Yeah, so we're getting it from three different perspectives here. It's kind of somebody who hasn't really ever listened to Mac Miller before. I've listened to all of his albums, pretty much at least once. I know I've listened to this album more than once. And then, like AJ, you grew up with this fucking album, so there's the you guys have the nostalgia factor.
Yeah,
I didn't fully get into Mac Miller until probably 2013.
Yeah.
But like when this album came out, I listened to some of the songs.
I didn't grow up with Mac Miller. I was introduced to Mac Miller about like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
So it's still very fresh in my mind, a lot of his music.
When this came out, I was 10 years old. I had a fucking iPod, and I just had all my dad's music. Mac Miller was not on it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't buying fucking music, so.
He came out with this style of just like good, like excitable party rap music, like this poppy, just, upbeat party music. Yeah, he just came out with this exciting party sound that people really liked and were ready to hear.
So we started off with the intro, kicking incredibly dope.
Shit.
What? Oh shit! I forgot that. This one was a good opener.
Yeah, I liked the opening
but
track.
It's still. So you'll notice going into this, the early part, he's kind of finding his rhythm, finding his sound. And that's what it does with this. Yeah,
I do like the first track though.
I liked it. It's good. It's a good intro to it.
Yeah, for sure.
He mentions the album a lot too, which I like.
Oh yeah, throughout like every song he mentions kids in one way or another, which is it's kind of cool. It ties everything into the mixtape very well.
Well, that was also his style. He's still figuring out shit.
Yeah. He was going for that white boy party rap style,
and
which was cool at the time, but we'll talk about that at the end.
No, he's perfect. I think anyone to do the white boy party rap, it's him.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we're done the mix.
So next, the intro is Outside.
I fucking love this song.
Outside is great.
Outside was fun, dude.
It's such a cool song.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that vibe of like, yo, we're just chilling outside. We're smoking some joints. We're just vibing. That's just.
Mm-hmm.
That's all his.
I get that feeling though. I understand what he's talking about.
It's like a nice vibe.
It's something I can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a lot of these songs are. It's a lot of... This is young people music. This is 100% just party music. We're chilling out. We're vibing. Like,
at some points, though, I feel like I'm too old to be listening to some songs.
Yeah, a little bit. Some of them are more catered towards high school kids.
Yeah, but it literally brings
but it is still the young people.
It's still fun to listen to, but at some points you just feel a little too old to be listening to.
It's like the next track, Get 'Em Up, is really really hype. I like that song.
I like it too. It's just I feel like I'm only 21. I know I'm still young, but like it feels like it's catered to like 16, 17-year-olds.
Yeah, it's catered to high school.
But I still like it
because when he was everything he's rapping about in this is pretty much what he was doing in high school.
Yeah, which I get.
Because that's what he came out of high school and dropped.
He was still really young.
That's why it's so good for younger people. That's why we can connect to it. Is because even though I'm not in the generation he's speaking to, I'm still close enough that I get it.
Yeah.
We grew up with it, so
we
it's
grew up with it.
So it's just great.
Nike's on My Feet is the next.
This
track.
one's cool.
This one was huge.
I like this song.
Fucking Williamstown. You heard it all over the fucking place.
I remember hearing this one a little bit.
You heard this one, Spins, and Knock Knock.
Yeah.
All over the fucking place.
Yeah, this one was cool. It wasn't one of my favorites, but I do enjoy Nike's on My Feet.
And this one wasn't even like one of his hype up ones. It was just one everyone listened to.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
Senior Skip Day.
This is one of my favorite tracks off the album.
I like Senior Skip Day.
Yeah.
It's a really fun one.
This one is good.
It's the story of just him skipping the school with a girl, and they're just chilling and having a good time. It's great. It's fun.
Word up.
That's all it is. It's a lot of just fun rap.
It's the Spins.
The Spins? Oh my god.
Spins
that was the big
best,
hit.
This is the best
I like
one on
this
the album.
one.
It's not my favorite one.
No,
it's my second favorite. I love this song though.
This one's hard for me.
It's just a classic.
Because the whole vibe to it, even like
like
even though it's not even like kind of, it's just a party song.
It really
but
is
like
a party
the beat
song.
and the tune and the music behind the rapping, just puts you in a good mood.
Yeah,
it just puts you in like a good vibe mood.
Yeah,
you have like a bad day and you just pop that.
And
it's like
it's just hype. Yeah, the beat's great.
And the
rapping's great.
This is where, so far, this once it gets to the Spins is where it starts to level out and stay with the same.
Yeah,
the same kind of fucking like the flow.
The same tone.
Yeah, I say
it's definitely is shared out throughout the last half of the album. It's kind of a build up.
Yeah.
But the next track, Don't Mind If I Do. I like this song.
This is the sample with
This is samples Owl City.
City.
That's what the song.
It samples Owl City. Yeah.
It's a cool one. I do enjoy it.
I didn't realize on my original review. I did not notice that at all. It wasn't until this time when I was listening to it, I was like, "The fuck does it sound like Owl City?"
Yeah. And like, oh, that's what
it is. Owl City.
The way he did it was he tied it in perfect.
Yeah, it was just cool.
He fucking just put that beat. And it wasn't overdoing the sample.
Yeah.
And he wasn't overpowering the sample. He evened it out. So I kind of like what he did.
We've done where they destroyed a sample.
Yep. Unlike an album we've done a couple weeks ago that destroyed samples. But let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
So what's after that song?
Paper Route.
With Chevy Woods.
Oh, I like this one. I liked Paper Route.
This one's okay.
It's not one of the better ones, but
it's alright.
I don't even really know who Chevy Woods is. I
don't know either, honestly. This is my
Whoever
first time
he
hearing him.
he was good.
Yeah, he was very chill. He fit with the album very well.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of features on here. There's only 2.
Yeah.
So what's after that one?
Good Evening.
I like Good Evening.
This is the chill one.
This was a very chill one.
This one's chill. It's one of my lesser favorites on the album. Towards the end of this album, there are some really good bangers, but I don't know. There was a certain point towards like midway through the album where there was the similar in tone kind of made me feel like I was listening to it kind of blended together a little bit.
A little,
yeah. And I was like, I had a hard time. It was a good thing I kept checking my phone to see if it was a different song.
Yeah.
But there were the ones that stand out. I'm not saying that. Ride Around I like.
Ride Around.
Ride Around was cool.
I like that. That was a good vibe.
And then the one after, which is the hit. I
biggest.
think pretty
This
much know
this is the
a lot
biggest.
of people have heard this
Yeah.
at least. It's Knock Knock.
Knock Knock is my favorite song.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite song
But
off the
it's
album.
also probably my favorite Mac Miller song. But it's also
It's-
like one of the first ones I ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Way
it is
back
it
when
is the
first
first
came
Mac
out.
Miller album.
I heard it
It's
like
the
when it
Mac Miller
first
song
came
I've
out.
heard.
Someone showed it to me,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. I was
Just
it
the
was
whole
great.
fucking 1, 2, 3, 4,
Mhm.
like the
Yeah.
doon that
Yeah.
just fucking puts a.
Yeah.
It gets everyone.
It's an
Even if
energetic
you've never
song. It's
heard
really
Yeah.
It hypes you up.
Mhm.
Even if you
Yeah.
heard it. If you heard the song, by now, if you haven't heard the song, you're living under a rock.
Yeah.
But almost everyone knows the words to this fucking song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say people in our age range at least. Or
Yes,
like-
everyone already. The only thing, well, no, I'm gonna save that till final thought.
Okay, well, let's move on then. What's after Knock Knock?
Mad
Knock.
Flavor and Heavy Flow. It's the interlude.
This is okay.
Featuring
I mean,
D-
it's just
DJ
like
Yeah,
Sonic.
it is a filler. It is. Well, that's what it's an
Which
interlude.
one is it?
So
the Mad
Mad
Flavor
Flavor.
Heavy Flow. It's just like a interlude of just
Yeah.
like DJ work. That's
Yeah.
about it. But yeah, I like Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza for sure.
This is like almost like a stoner song.
Yeah.
the next
Because that's
song.
literally what he's eating.
The next song is All I Want Is You, and that's the love song off the album.
I like
And it's
it.
very nice. It's
It's
very
a
well
nice
written.
one.
And Mac Miller will go on to make a lot of music about relationships and like
Mhm.
love, and this is a really good one, I'd say. Especially compared to a lot of the stuff I listened to later in his career. I don't hate Mac Miller. I got shit on the first Mac Miller review
Yeah.
by one guy, so I'm treading lightly here. But I like this song a lot.
Mhm.
Just because I know later in his career he will go down a path of making a lot of music based on relationships. He has an album called The Divine Feminine,
Yeah.
so it's like
Well,
I
like,
appreciate this song a lot.
It's still his flow. It's almost like he grew up
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because this is all his like party shit. Like
Mhm.
Yeah,
right out of high school, going
That's what I
high
was
school
going to talk about at the
parties,
end of the
that's-
video, or the end of the album, so I'll save it for when we're
Yeah.
done, because we're almost done.
Next one's Poppy.
I liked Poppy.
I like Poppy.
It was a really cool one. I liked that one. Like, a lot of the flows are just really nice to listen to.
Yeah.
Face in the crowd.
I liked
Yeah.
Face in the Cloud. The
They're
Face in
facing
the Crowd.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I like that song.
And then La La La.
Oh, the little bonus.
I didn't see
We
that.
didn't do the deluxe.
Yeah, there's a
no,
little
yeah.
bonus for some discs.
I think
yeah.
you did the.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did the.
But I like the last track that we talked about. Final thoughts, Jake. You can go first.
Alright, so pretty much for this, it was his party music, fresh out of high school, and
Mhm.
as he got older, he started changing his flow. Still kept the same, but like the meanings to his songs were more. It was a lot of like focusing on still on drugs
Yeah.
and like relationship stuff.
I'll say I really like this mixtape. It takes me back. It really is just nostalgic for me. It takes me back to like being in middle school and listening to all of his
Yup.
good shit.
I remember one time we were on the bus and I didn't have headphones and I just wanted to listen to fucking Knock Knock. I put it and hold it off in my ear and I hear someone in the back, "Who's listening to Knock Knock?" I was like, "That's a great song." I was like, "Yeah, it is."
There you go. That's awesome.
I forget who it was. Might have been one of our neighbors. Well, obviously.
Maybe. But yeah, I'll say I really like this. It's not my favorite thing in the world though, because like some of the songs do kind of blend and some of them are just kind of forgettable.
Oh no! Actually, what I was gonna say. So this is what we grew up with. This is
Yeah.
the shit we grew up going middle school, even high school. This was still big.
Yeah.
But you give this album to a kid in high school now, and they'll be like, "What the fuck is this? This is." I don't think they would like it.
I feel like they would like it. I feel like because songs like The Spins, people still play that song like when they graduate high school every
Yeah.
year. I still hear people saying
Yeah,
that
but
they
you
play
play
The
the whole
Spins.
album. I don't think.
Some of it is very
generation
much a
will- yeah.
product of its times. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
like they're
Which is
like,
Kool-Aid and frozen pizza.
Yeah, like it does.
Yeah.
It does lose points for me for that. But like
So-
again, I'll say it now.
A lot
Like,
of lingo is very
Yeah.
2000s as well.
mhm,
Just because of the way people talked at that time was
Yeah.
still different.
even though we're all like 21, 23.
Yeah, but we all grew up with
We
that.
grew up with this.
Here's the thing.
That's how we
Okay,
talk.
but let's
That's
go
what
Zach's
we do.
final thoughts so we don't
Here's the
drag.
thing is because with Mac Miller, I was only introduced to Mac Miller like 2 years ago, and I remember like really enjoying a lot of his stuff. It was a very it's very sad listening to all of it when you didn't grow up with it, and then just listening to the legacy that he actually left, and like especially towards the last couple albums, I started getting really upset at the fact of what happened, especially towards the last album with songs like Good News and stuff. Good News broke me.
Yeah, I'm still afraid to go listen to it.
That song actually made me cry. It was so upsetting because it really showed how emotionally unstable he was at the time.
He was.
Towards his last album.
Mm-hmm.
And
God.
I really, really like his early stuff because it's just a stark difference from his last album and his first album. Because the first album is party music. It's so upbeat and enjoyable and fun to listen to. And then as you continue through his career, he kind of grows up. He gets a little more mature, and you realize he's not as it seems less happy than it was with his earlier stuff. So I really enjoy this album.
I still really enjoy it.
And as somebody who really likes some of the later albums, I really enjoy this album because they are so different. Because it's so different from some of his later stuff.
I'm glad he didn't stick with this, because this is something that could get really stale.
It would have got really stale really fast.
Well, he also kind of
and a lot of his later stuff isn't the greatest, but it is different.
He kind of matured.
Else. Yeah.
Luke, final thoughts?
I dug the album. I thought it was a fun party.
Yeah, for someone who's never even listened to the Mac Miller project before.
I like the spins. I like the Knock Knock was fun.
Yeah.
That was a pretty hardcore song.
Yeah, these are some pretty good songs.
It's just
for a
kind of
party
sad.
playlist.
Yeah, it's just kind of sad that he's dead.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's not.
All right, let's go to the ratings.
You first.
Fuck. I thought you guys were going.
Yeah, you picked it, so you go first.
I'm giving this fucking 7.
Okay. All right.
It's a good album. It's mostly nostalgia.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Or even 8. 7.
All right.
7. Yeah, 7. 7 is good.
Let's see what Luke has to say first.
Big old 8.
8? Okay. You enjoyed it.
Yeah, dude, I thought it was fun. I would listen to it again.
If you like this style, I'd also recommend Best Day Ever, which is his 5th mixtape, which is the other one on Spotify. That one's also
if
pretty
you like
cool.
this one, Best Day Ever is also really good because it's very similar to this. And after Best Day Ever, that's when he started going
maturing
to more a different style. He started slowing down a little bit. The lyrics were less about partying and stuff. He started to change up a little bit. I'm gonna give this album a 8. 8? I think I enjoyed the album.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give it a 7. I think so.
Yeah.
But it's great. I do enjoy it a lot, but it's just a product of its time.
There were some songs that they were all good songs, just didn't really relate to me because it was a lot of
Again, yeah,
there's
that's
a lot
also
about smoking.
So. It also factors into a lot of I feel too old to be listening to some of it.
Nah, I don't
like that.
I don't feel old listening to it.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, some stuff, some little bits here and there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still enjoy it a lot. It's still a really fun mixtape, and I do recommend it.
Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza. That was more it was basically munchies.
Yeah.
That's what he was rapping about.
Yeah.
He got high and had the munchies.
Yeah. All right, but Zach, what do you got in mind?
Oh God.
Because I have no idea.
Oh fuck! You spinning.
Spinning for 2.
Wait, it says rapping what?
Rapping new metal.
Oh God.
Oh, we're going to.
All right, boys.
We're
finally gonna do it. We're finally gonna do it. We're finally gonna listen to Hybrid Theory.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's the second most hyped up album.
I love that fucking album.
I have
That's my
physical
favorite
representation.
fucking band.
It was that, or
Stretch out.
it was gonna be
Love
it was gonna be MF Doom.